Hi, welcome to our part 2 on the gut. In our last video, we talked about how to know if you have gut damage and some of the things that cause gut damage. Today, we're going to talk about what to do and how to heal and repair a gut that may have damage. Our gut is a very interesting part of our body. We've heard the term many times, leaky gut. And if you're like me, you may think of your gut as having tiny pinholes, but that's not exactly right. In reality, there are connective tissues between the cells of the gut lining. Those grow weak, especially as they are inflamed and have foods that cause them to be unhealthy. And they lose the integrity of the connective tissue, causing tiny spaces between the cells. These tiny spaces allow some of the proteins and other parts of our food to leak through into the bloodstream, creating a reaction by the immune system in the blood. We think of this as an allergy. We might also notice this in situations where we have a gluten intolerance or other food intolerance. To repair that connective tissue, we need to do 3 parts. We need to soothe the inflammation and repair the damage, but we also need to deep clean because, as you noticed in the last picture, the gut tissue is not a smooth tissue. It has what we call villi, which are very similar to little fingers. And there are spaces between each of these villi. If we've eaten a poor diet with lots of refined and highly processed foods, some of those foods literally get stuck in the spaces between the villi. They can actually dry out and become hard. They cause the underlying tissue to become inflamed, which then causes the damage that we noticed before to the connective tissue. In addition to that, that connective tissue is enhanced and supported by a thin mucousy layer that allows the bacteria in our gut to swim around. Those bacteria cannot live in an environment without that nice mucousy lining and in a crusted, inflamed, non-nutritive environment. So often we are lacking in the numbers of bacteria that we need in our gut. Those bacteria need a place and support so that they can repopulate to a healthy level. So we need to do 3 things. We need to clean out the unnecessary junk. We need to repair the connective tissue, and we need to increase that mucousy lining. Cleaning the gut is a process that we need to be very careful with. We've all heard of cleanses that can be very harsh. A gut that has old material needing cleaning out is also in trouble. It's inflamed and needs repair. So it's important for that clean out to be gentle and careful. Harsh laxatives, even herbal laxatives, enemas, and that sort of cleaning is very hard on the tissue. So-called high colonics might clean out the old stuff, but they also destroy that important mucus lining. So when you clean the gut, it's important to be sure that you're doing it carefully. Dr. Christopher designed such a formula. It's called the lower bowel formula. It is somewhat laxative, but not harshly so. It's very gentle, and it's buffered with other herbs that help to gently brush out and soften the old material so that it can be eliminated. It is completely safe. So if you muscle test and find that your body says it needs 12, 15, or more capsules, it will not hurt you. Just be aware that it is very effective and you probably want to be sure you're in a place where you can get to a bathroom quickly when it kicks in the next day. Don't go shopping or on a hike. Cleaning the gut is only the first part of the story. In the last video, we discussed the importance of a prebiotic diet, including many whole foods and eating a wide variety of fresh vegetables, fruits, nuts, and seeds. This is critical to continue doing. If you have damage in your gut that needs repair and the lining of your gut is inflamed and unable to properly support a healthy gut bacteria population, you may need some extra help. Slippery elm bark is a gut superfood. In addition to providing the slippery, mucousy environment needed in the gut, it's very nutritive to tissue, allowing it to repair the damaged connective tissue. It's also soothing to those inflamed cells so that your body begins to actually calm down and soothe and heal. Slippery elm is a mild, slightly sweet tasting plant so that you can use it plain, or you can add it to drinks or smoothies or in other ways. One creative mother I know added it to gravy so that her child would eat it. It has a very mild flavor, but you can also take it in capsules and it's just as effective. Dr. Christopher added soothing digestion or added slippery elm with licorice root for his soothing digestion formula. At the same time that you're healing, using probiotic foods or probiotic supplements is helpful. Although most of the needed bacteria can't be gotten from probiotics, what they need is the nourishment and fiber we get from the whole food we eat so that they can reproduce and increase the population to a healthy level. It is helpful, though, to eat probiotic foods such as fermented vegetables like sauerkraut, fermented pickles, or kefir, yogurt, and so on, so that your healthy bacteria get a boost. The process of cleaning, repairing, and supporting your gut may take several 6-week cycles, especially if your gut has a lot of damage. For example, if you have food intolerances, Crohn's, or other kinds of problems. You will know this as you engage in the repair and testing at the end of your 6-week cycle to see if you need to do it again. Once you do have a clean and healthy gut and things are working properly, it's critical to do the work to keep it healthy. You will already be eating a diet rich in fiber and nutrients, lots of whole, fresh vegetables, fruits, grains, nuts, and seeds, all in season. In addition, if you've been struggling with long-standing gut damage, it's a good idea to add powerful prebiotics to the diet, such as chia seed, flax seed, slippery elm, and so on. Muscle test what is right for you. It's also a good idea to go find a list of prebiotic foods and add those that are on your Temple Quality Food list to your diet on a regular basis.